What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Feel the Heat live stream. This is just gonna be a shit show.
I'm just glad everybody gets to see the energy that you always bring.
Actually, that was more than I usually do.
I want all of you to realize this is how we start every podcast with the "What's up, y'all," and there's like no facial expressions. There's nothing happening, right? It's just like, "What's up, y'all?"
I'm known for my monotone. Do I have to remind you of the Kourtney Kardashian comparison again?
Just introduce our guest before we get into that tangent.
Go for it.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay. Well, we're joined by Gadiel Cartagena. Gad, thank you for being here. And we are also joined by Alex, who everybody seems to love his Twitter handle. And so I'll shout it out in case people don't follow him. But if you're watching the show and you don't follow Alex, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life.
Wait, do we know? Because I don't. Where did your Twitter handle come from?
God, we got the origin story.
Oh my God, you hate me already.
Listen, man, it's not great. It happened in middle school. I vaguely remember the prompt of how it came up, but it was like a middle school thing, and it was supposed to be, on the fly, and it was like a handle I just stuck with in like 7th or 8th grade on somewhere else, and then I put it on Twitter, and it just stuck. Like, it's the stupidest shit in the world.
Well, so then you know what? Let's be fair.
Stupid.
Let's just be fair to both of our guests. Gad, how did you come up with your Twitter handle? It's very elaborate, very specific. How did you come up with that?
Yeah, it was actually in like 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of a vague story, but
yeah, 6th grade. You're like, just pick something.
Yeah,
these words sound good together.
See if it sticks, and it stuck. So here we are.
For sure, man.
If it makes you feel better, one of my first like AOL AIM usernames, whatever, was literally Oopsie Doopsie 12. So
yeah, come on, I want to hear some of you guys' handles. Like,
that isn't. Well, hold on a second. Oopsie Doopsie 12 is not your like current email. That's not what you put on your resume. Like, hey, you know what?
I do still have a spam email that I use for like coupons and stuff. That's Allana Pop. So that one's a little better. But yeah, Oopsie Doopsie 12, and then I had Big Red, which I will not get into the meaning of. But I went through it as well.
Did you say coupon?
Like for shop.
No, but I'm like, you say coupon, not coupon.
Coupon?
Nobody else thinks that's weird?
Either one.
Oh man, you guys are boring. Come on, pick a side. All right, we got a lot to talk about. Allana put a lot of effort into the rundown, so let's get into some of it. Free agency started on Monday, and there has been a million things that have happened around the league and a bunch that have happened for the Miami Heat specifically. Everybody knows what my biggest move is going to happen from the free agent deadline, so I'll let everybody else speak first. Gad, we'll start with you. What was the biggest move that the Miami Heat made for you this past deadline?
It's Kyle Lowry, and there's literally not a question about it. Kyle Lowry is instantly our third best player, which last year we didn't have a third best player. So, yeah, it's got to be Kyle Lowry. He does everything that we're going to need from a point guard. He helps in so many different ways, and he's going to be the one dude that can yell at Jimmy if Jimmy's not doing the right thing. So.
Wow, yelling at Jimmy. I got to see if that'll actually happen. Over under on how many times that happens this season.
So I would not be surprised in the slightest if that did happen.
They're gonna bark at each other like every game. Have you seen them together? Have you seen video of them together? They're like meant for each other. They're like basketball soulmates. I can't wait for this.
The one thing I will say
about that is, can we coin that term, please? Basketball soulmates.
Yeah, that's why they've been like openly flirting with each other like for the past several months. I mean, have you guys seen those clips from All-Star Weekend 2019?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh my God.
He was on Heat TV, and they all knew. Everybody knew it was happening, that he was going to jump on.
Had that twinkle in his eye that he gets when he's excited.
He did. But I will say, Bam and Jimmy yell at each other a lot, too, off the court. I feel like it's not so much on the court other than, like, happy yelling at each other when, like, Bam misses a free throw and Jimmy gives him
But Bam doesn't have the same type of aggressive personality that Lowry does.
Lowry's more like Jimmy. Lowry's definitely more like Jimmy. He seems to be, from what others say about him, like that type of guy that's constantly trying to get the best out of people, all the leadership qualities that get thrown out there. I mean, look, man, he needs to hit threes because that's going to be the one thing that really, to me, I mean, obviously he's a jack of all trades. He's going to contribute in a million different ways for this team. But the pull-up threes, man, they need that threat again. They really need that threat again. I was saying during the Bucks series on 5 on the Floor that like they don't really have a drop killer anymore. It was Goran last year. When every time that the bigs would sink back, Goran would kill the drop. Obviously, they had other things they would do. Jimmy finding mismatches. The Bucks, kind of adjusted to that, and there wasn't a lot that he could do to create offense. And Lowry's obviously going to help you create offense, but if he is an actual pull-up threat from three on a consistent basis, which I think of him that way as like a high-volume three-point shooter off the dribble, off the catch, like that's going to open up things for everybody else in a way I think people aren't going to realize it until he actually gets on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex, I'm assuming that's you saying that Lowry was also your biggest Heat acquisition.
I mean, yeah, there's no doubt about it.
I mean, there's an argument.
Oh, you know me, Michael.
I can't wait for this piece of.
There's an argument.
What? Right through my checklist, man. We brought back Depot. We brought back Duncan. We got PJ.
See which one he mentions second? You see that? Allana,
my wish list, man.
What's your acquisition, Allana?
I mean, I'm just going to be a little different. I just am so excited about PJ. Like, he's wildin', and he's going to be so good with this roster. Like, I really think we're going to lead the league overall in, like, technicals, like, or at least fights or trash talking or something. I don't know. I'm a big PJ fan. I think I mentioned this on Clutch Corner. My mom is randomly a PJ Tucker fan. I had no idea how she even knows who he is. She was texting me super excited, and I'm like, did I miss something? So I'm going with PJ.
I mean, listen, you guys all gave great answers. Lowry's great. PJ Tucker's great.
Get ready for this. This is what I deal with.
Obviously, the number one acquisition is Victor Oladipo. Okay. And the reason why he's the number one acquisition is because he affirmed my jersey purchase.
When did you buy that jersey?
Else. April. I bought this jersey in April.
You bought it at the right after they signed him or traded
Literally,
for him.
Literally. That was the first thing Michael did.
They traded for him. I bought it. It got delivered the day we played. I think it was the Lakers.
Wait, but remember when you didn't know if you actually bought it or not? That was a weird situation.
I couldn't find it on my credit card statement. I had no idea what was going on. I was terrified. Then it arrived. I unboxed it, opened it. Victor Oladipo immediately goes down with a knee injury.
So it's Michael's fault, is what he's saying.
Hey,
hold on a second. Jersey, Michael.
Hold on a second. If that led to us getting Victor Oladipo on the minimum the following year, I mean, that's a pretty sweet deal, guys. Look.
Chess, not checkers. That's chess, Michael.
Exactly. I agree with all of you. Lowry is absolutely the biggest acquisition. But Victor Oladipo on the minimum, if he comes back healthy, even if he's just like 60% of what he was in Indiana, that's a major steal and completely complements everything that this team is doing. Because I love him so much, we're just going to do a whole segment on him now. Now, everybody to give Depot their favorite thing about him, what he can do for this team. And Allana, we're starting with you because you seem the most upset about this.
No, I'm not upset. And actually, what was really bizarre was that the day that it was announced that he's coming back, I had a tweet ready saying that I think I'm on board with bringing him back. And I was like, I don't want to send this yet because people are going to give me all this grief. And I wasn't ready. I was like literally making lunch and drafting this. And then it happened. So I'm fine with it. I still am not confident that he can remain healthy. That's all.
Okay, so you have
Do you work for The Athletic by any chance?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Alex, what are you going with?
Look, Oladipo, I think how surprised would you be if, April, let's say he comes back in February, right? He gets some playing time, warms up. If in April, May, by the time you get to the playoffs, he's your fifth best player. Like, I don't think that's completely out of the question at all. And to get somebody who can, if he gets, regains health, and I'm talking about getting back to where he was when the Heat had him, because what that guy was, right? I'm not even talking about what he was in Indiana before the injuries, after the injuries. When the Heat had him, he was getting to the rim. He was making plays happen. He doesn't need to be your main scoring threat. He will be coming off the bench with Tyler. Like, that really sounds like a great bench backcourt to have, right? You just need him to come back earlier than later. And I think people want him to, just kind of keep him on ice the whole year. But I would want to get him warmed up a little bit, right? I think ideally you want him to come back just so he can get that confidence in himself under his legs and just kind of come back to the guy that he was before. Like, you just get him in spurts. It's a complete value play. It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. Gad, you want to talk a little bit about the chess?
The chess?
Well, just like Oladipo, I'm calling him the chess now because you said that and that was clever. That's why I bought the jersey.
Are you really going to try to make that happen now?
No, I don't think it'll catch on.
I mean, you were playing a game of chess. I don't know if we can just call Victor the chess. That would just be
I'm just going to continue the Depot forever thing. Like that's 100%.
The fact that you changed your name on Twitter.
Yep.
It was
Worth
within
it.
like 15 seconds. Like
You
you,
know,
you didn't even breathe.
You know why though? Because there were so many people who got so mad about the jersey purchase immediately. Like I didn't even bring it on stream, and everyone was just like, "Oh, what a waste of money! Suck it, all of you."
Risky play.
He's back. He's
Risky
back.
play.
Sorry, Gad, you were going to talk about Depot.
No, I'm excited to have him. He's someone that's wanted to be in Miami for what seems like forever. He's made ridiculously stupid financial decisions to get to this point. And now we have him on, I mean, his bank account is on the line because if it doesn't work out this year, then he's going to be a minimum player probably for the rest of his career up until proven otherwise. But if it works out, we're coming right off of this surgery, the surgery that's supposed to reattach his leg pretty much, then it's a beautiful thing. And he's going to make money. He's going to be in Miami. We have his bird rights. My favorite thing about it is we have his bird rights. That is my one favorite thing because if Depot comes back and he's anywhere close to what he's been in the past, then we can add him to the team at basically no cost to anybody except Mickey Harrison, which not my problem.
You kept him off the Bucks. If
Yep.
that was
Yeah,
actually
that also.
like an actual thing that was happening, we don't know if that's true, but
Probably
I was
not,
scared of
judging by
losing-
who put that out there.
yeah. But there was talk about the Bucks looking to add another guard, so I was starting to put two and two together with the market drying up. That I was starting to get a little bit worried that he was going to go to another contender like the Bucks, like the Nets, or like the Lakers. I think after none went to the Lakers, I'm like, come on, don't. I mean, Ariza went to the Lakers too. It's like, don't keep losing guys to other contenders. Like, come on. So, like, I was worried that it was gonna be like, oh, Victor Oladipo was signed with the Brooklyn Nets. I was really worried.
I thought the
would've
Nets
worked.
was going to
Michael, what would you have done if that happened?
I would have kept my jersey. Wow, you need to figure out what's
I
going
know.
on outside
I'm
of your
sorry.
apartment.
Like,
Like, what?
sorry, man.
What are we doing? Man, I would have kept my jersey and I would have wished nothing but the best for him unless he was playing against the Heat. Right at that point, I got to go with my team. But other than that, listen, if Depot wanted to come back and win an MVP, I'm all for it. I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know,
Michael is living in La La Land.
I made Depot re-signing with the team a possibility because people started talking about it after other options started falling off the list. I've been talking about this since April. So I'm just on cloud nine. I don't care what anybody has to say about it.
That was literally the text I received from Michael. I am on cloud nine, literally word for word. I was like, really? Who would have thought?
Michael, this is where being delusional pays off. So I want to congratulate you.
That's the thing, though. It's not delusion because it happened.
You're being delusional and saying it's not delusional.
No.
Yeah.
How many times are we going to say the word delusional to realize there's no
I don't know,
delusion
take a shot
here?
every time.
I
No.
can say it 20 different times, and I will.
It's not
Win on
delusional because Depot forever. Okay, it's done. He's
How confident
here.
are you that if the market didn't completely dry up, that he would be here?
Incredibly confident. What, he's going to go to the Bucks? Who wants to go to
Like, I
Milwaukee?
know they wanted to bring him back. That was for
Michael,
sure.
you're not a Bucks fan anymore? I'm confused.
No, absolutely not. I was a Bucks
You
fan.
think they were
So
gonna spend the mid-level on him?
oh, listen, I'm surprised that I'm
know.
genuinely
Michael would
surprised
have
it wasn't
given
more
him the
expensive.
super max. What are you talking about?
I'm talking
at this
about the
point?
Miami Heat.
Yeah, I thought the Heat were going to have to pay him more than that. I thought they were going to have to give him one of the two exceptions. At this point, look, even if he comes back and then gets hurt again in 4 games, that would be absolutely horrible. None of us want that to happen. I mean, it could though, right? 4 is just a magic number. Look, I still think this is a nothing but win situation for the Heat. It's the minimum contract. There's literally no possible.
Is that
it's a
table behind you Wood?
It's a
What?
C- according to the Athletic.
That
Yeah.
table behind you, is that Wood?
No, I think it's
Find
like
some Wood immediately to knock on.
I have a
Your
desk
head,
here. I don't
Michael.
know
Oh,
what
the
it's made.
love of God.
Oh, my head. Haha. Shut up, Lakers fan. Okay, so what is the most important player you guys think that the Heat missed out on getting? We'll start with Alex this time because we started with Gad and then Allana, and I'm just going to keep changing it up.
All right, so we're just talking about like free agent acquisitions.
Yeah. Let's not go with trades just because trades have a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, we go a lot of places there. But when it comes to free agents, look, I was hurt by Danny Green going back to Philly, but I understand he just went back to a loser franchise for money. Because a guy like Danny Green would recognize what a championship team looks like, and it's not that, but he recognizes what the mid-level looks like at his age, when I think everybody was kind of hoping he would come here for the biannual. So I don't blame him for getting his money. I would have really liked Danny Green here. But other than that, I can't really come up with any, just because I really wanted PJ. I guess it would be a power forward that could do something on offense, right? Like, I'm cool, Markeith.
Who to get?
You know, I'm gonna keep saying this all year, but like the collective toughness of the team, like he fits right. He fits right in, and I love it. I can't wait to see these guys go out there and just be enforcers on the court. But I would have loved somebody else. I know guys, Rudy Gay would have been cool. Batum definitely would have been cool. Just somebody else who you don't feel like is a complete zero on offense. Markieff has tendencies to kind of be a black hole sometimes. I know the Heat, are not gonna. They're gonna try to get that stuff, get those instincts out of him. The Lakers couldn't do it. I know the Heat have culture and all that, but I'm not a Markieff. I'm not a huge Markieff guy, so it would have been probably nice to get a Batum or something like that.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up Jeff Green because I know
Green,
you were
one right there.
That's
Perfect.
Because I know you were dying for that man when we were on this stream the other day.
Yeah.
So
any one of them really. I just wanted that. I think that balance would have been nice for sure. But
right.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it at all. I think this team is going to be fun as hell to root for. Like, I think they have the potential to really be like an all-time defense. Where you're talking about like in the modern era, or at least on the same caliber defense of the past few champions. Like, I think they can definitely be on that level.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Gad, let's go with why the biggest player you think the Heat missed out on is Cody Zeller.
No.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Go ahead, Gad. Who's the biggest player you think the Heat missed out on?
Alex mentioned him, but I think Rudy Gay. To the reason, because when Alex and I had this discussion when we were on the trade, the free agency opening, whatever stream that we were doing, I was upset with the PJ Tucker thing specifically because of the number, because the number that we signed him to didn't allow us to have flexibility with the mid-level exception. So all we had left was a biannual exception and a bunch of minimum contracts. And I really wanted to split the mid-level with Rudy Gay and somebody else. I'm happy we got PJ Tucker. He's probably going to help this team more in terms than probably the way that Rudy Gay would have helped. But Rudy Gay off the bench alongside Hero would just be a lot of scoring and consistent scoring, which is something that we need because Markieff Morris, he's a minimum guy, so I will not complain about the contract. But there's a reason he's a minimum guy, and no one questioned that contract. He's a minimum player. Like, that's what he's been over the last few years. So I just would have loved to have some forward that can get it off the bounce, but it's fine. We have Max Strus. We're good.
I'm surprised you didn't say it's fine. We have Dwayne Dedman.
Millsap is still out there, man.
Don't slander Deadman.
What? How did I? No,
that's positivity for Dedman.
Yeah, I was saying because Gad loves Dedman.
That's my dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come after you.
You're trying to start fights. Who's yours, right? You're spicy. Let's go before they start honking outside your apartment again.
Spicy.
No, go ahead.
Will say, I just wanted to say one quick thing. I think it was on Clutch Corner. Adam had mentioned that Markieff had been injured, and I guess that's why he hasn't been great recently. So that's the only reason I'm a little bit more optimistic on him. I think obviously other than DeMar, but I know we're going with free agents. I kind of wanted Lemon Pepper Lou just for his character. Like, obviously, it would have helped X's and O's, Y's, whatever. Tell me that wouldn't have been a great fit with the rest of the squad.
That would have been awesome. I would have loved
culturally.
Here.
He's so wildin'.
Him molding Hero, I guess, would be cool, but I don't know. Like, when
yes.
Character for Lou Williams, he's had some good moments. He talked a man out of being robbed at gunpoint, so that was cool.
He played good for the Hawks this
lemon
year.
Pepper wings too.
No, he did.
Right, but let's not like the lemon pepper wings situation was necessarily a great mark for his character.
Yeah, but I kind of liked it though.
Okay.
Like he doesn't care.
Right, which is fine.
I think so too because he produces on the court, but he can still. He's like like a much more toned down version of Dennis Rodman, not giving a fuck, but then producing on the court. I like him. I'm sad. I feel like it would have been a good fit with like the misfits on this team. Just it would have worked. But
I love it because like he was shooting lights out for the Hawks, and I think it was my guy Giancarlo Navas, who, speaking of twins, right? No, Michael loves that.
You just had.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
But it was Giancarlo who I think.
If I could be as smart as Giancarlo, listen, I would be, but I'm not, so it's fine. I'll be the Markieff to his Marcus.
A jersey, so y'all could be really.
I'll be the Markieff to his Marcus.
He's gonna get the Lowry jersey though. That's the thing. What do you call it? He said that he was looking up the numbers from like the lineup data of Schroeder. Lou Will in the playoffs with the Hawks, and they survived those numbers, and he was lights out from three. So Like that guy at the minimum would have been nice, and you have a million good defenders around him, and they could use the extra shot creation and shooting until Depot comes back. So I think that's exactly the type of infrastructure you want Lou Will around at this point of his career.
Also, this is a great point. Imagine the marketing possibilities.
Wingstop,
okay?
that would go crazy in South Florida.
I'm just telling you, we missed out on a great opportunity.
Yeah, the only marketing campaign that makes more sense than this with like Wingstop is Bielitsa with Miami subs, Miami Grill. Like other than that, there's literally nothing else that works the same.
Bielitsa with any high calorie establishment.
So every fast food establishment, basically.
Everything.
Chick-fil-A's not too bad.
Anything but Fresh Kitchen for him.
Oh gosh, Fresh Kitchen. That's not even real
food.
food.
In the comments that Ken Burch got 3 years, 20 mil back to Toronto. Speaking of backup centers.
Is that their highest paid free agent acquisition?
I think so.
Because they re-signed Gary
might
Trent.
be more than that.
They re-signed Gary Trent, but like, what, they got who else? Who would they get?
Pressure's rookie skill bigger than that?
No, not even close.
Allana, do you want to take us into the next segment? Because I feel like this one you're much more into than I am.
No, I mean, I just wanted to get everyone's thoughts on kind of what happened with Kendrick Nunn, because I think everyone was a little bit thrown off on that.
That's what happened. I'm waving bye to Kendrick Nunn.
I could not have been more confused. Yeah, I don't know. Was it just me? Were you all surprised?
Yes. I thought, like, I understand the business of basketball, but I thought it was pretty messed up to see Kendrick Nunn's like market dry up, and you hold the qualifying offer on him, which means he has that safety net. And then the minute his market dries up, you're like, oh, nope, we'll take that back. And they hung him out to dry. Like there was a chance he could have ended up on a minimum. And being a guy that's undrafted, coming off of a minimum contract, like you don't have that many chances to get back to not being a minimum guy. So he would just end up being stuck and like being underpaid for his NBA career. So I thought that was a little bit disrespectful, but I'm glad he was able to get his money. It was on the Lakers, so that sucks, but I'm glad he's not out here struggling.
At least it's not the Kings, right? Like at least he ended up with a team that's like gonna, compete. But
I'm sorry, where did the Kings play, Allana? I just want to
Sacktown, baby.
Disgusting.
Shout out to Mo Harkless.
It's disgusting.
Him and his beautiful face.
Sacktown in Cream City. It's so bad. But wait, I want to make sure I understand. So the Heat had the qualifying offer on him. That means anything that anyone offered him, they had a chance to match, but that wasn't a specific dollar amount, right?
It was
minimum 4.7.
Okay, but he got what, 210?
Yes.
I mean, he got more than that then.
Oh no, he did, but like it worked out for him.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is like if there was the event where they pull the qualifying offer and every team around the league says that, and they take their offer from $5 million down to the minimum, Kendrick Nunn's getting hung out to dry.
Yeah, but maybe too it was like, hey, here's an opportunity we think you might have if we take away the because like maybe the Lakers didn't have anything to give up, and so he was kind of like, hey, I'm getting some talks from LA, but they don't want to trade anything. I don't even know if that's allowed, but look, I'm just happy for him. Go do what you got to do.
Did Monk get the minimum over there? Did Malik Monk get the minimum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
there you go. That's what it is. Like Kendrick Nunn and his agent got lucky that they got Malik at the minimum and were able to get. I mean, I don't remember the order of that because I'm pretty sure I was asleep when all of these things happened. I woke up to that news, but I don't remember who came first in that order. But Malik Monk could have easily got that same money right there and deserved it. I think he might be a better player than Kendrick. I don't watch enough Hornets ball, but
I mean that might be the blinders of only seeing Malik Monk against the Heat.
Yeah,
right when he looks like Baby Jordan.
Yeah, never mind. He's definitely. I mean, come on. It's like Rockets fans. They're like, come on, Kendrick Nunn, that guy's an all-star.
What isn't it Lakers fans now that are touting that Kendrick Nunn is a defensive stopper?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Get into this conversation.
He's a good offensive player. Let's not give credit where credit is
he's
not
about
due.
to get a title, so.
Oh no, he's not.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong.
I cannot wait.
There's no way. Okay, wait, hold on a second. Heat title, Lakers title. Which one would you rather have?
What?
Of course, the Heat, but it's not happening.
I'm not asking either of you. I'm looking right at Allana. I know you guys can't see that.
Wait, no. Why would you ask me that question? Of course, I'm not saying I want the Lakers to win, but they're going to. Like, I'm being realistic.
They're absolutely not. Gad.
Okay.
Gad, I mean, you agree with us, right?
No.
If you had to,
that has logic.
If you had to guess right now, are the Lakers winning the title? God.
As I thought.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who do you guys? You're going with the Nets, I'm assuming.
No,
'Cause
I'm
you can't be
going.
with the Heat.
I'm going with the Heat.
I think it's gonna come out of the East. I think it's coming out of the East, and even if it's not the Heat, I kind of like the Nets and the Bucks in the series over the Lakers. Like
I think it's coming out of the
can see the
Southeast.
Nets.
Michael, you can't actually believe this.
Like, I'm cool with someone picking the Nets.
Yeah, I would get that, but
the tandem of LeBron and AD together, when healthy, like health is the biggest caveat for both of those teams. When healthy, they're just ridiculous, and they upgraded their team, in my opinion. Like,
listen,
they're
between future rookie of the year Omer Yurtseven, right, and most improved or comeback player of the year in Victor Oladipo, right, MVP Jimmy Butler. I mean, that's just the championship team waiting to happen.
Comeback player of the year.
I don't actually know. I think they do.
I want Victor to win that. That would be cool.
for what?
The comeback player of the year.
Did they do an award like that? A comeback player of the year?
Do they not have that anymore? They definitely used to have that
award, like the community.
You mean
assist,
most
right?
improved?
No, there used to be a comeback player of the year award.
KZ
For sure.
is going to win most improved. He's going to go from like 1 point per game to 4.
You don't think he can win comeback player of the year?
All right. We got into this topic a little bit on our last podcast.
Wait, I thought we were talking about the Lakers.
No, I'm over them, right? So is the rest of the world. The only people not over the Lakers are Allana and ESPN. Okay, so
I'm not like rooting for them. They're going to be fun to watch.
They're not winning the title.
I just feel like that team is ripe for implosion.
Absolutely, it could go one of two ways.
Yeah.
I think I'm not even worried about internal implosion, like within the people, you know, like interpersonal stuff. I'm not even worried about that. I just think they went from being like a really, really, really nice defensive team to probably a really good offensive team. But my God, their team is full of barbecue chicken, man. Like the Nets look at that and just feast, man. Like it's a terrible matchup when it comes to the Nets. Like between Ellington, between Monk, between Nunn. You've got Melo there. I mean, Dwight gets picked on in the playoffs every single time. Was completely
their best defender.
He was useless against the Heat without Goran and Bam. Dwight Howard was. So it benched his ass. So look, they've got barbecue chicken up and down the roster. The only good pickups they made on defense were Ariza. I mean, obviously bringing back the Soul. They could have easily, you know, just kind of let him walk the way that, you know, it kind of went for him last season over there. And Bazemore is a solid defender too. But outside of that, like, and I said this today to Tiffany Meeks. They said, "Oh, LeBron and AD are gonna know what it's like to have been Jimmy and Bam the past couple of seasons, having to cover up for everybody on defense."
That's true.
Right? Bazemore and Ariza are gonna be like the Iguodala and Crowder, like, you know, they're cool on defense. But they're about, like, they don't want to do that. I mean, LeBron does not want to do that during the
LeBron's been playing a lot of corner deep. Like the last time I really sat there and watched LeBron play, like the last few times I've seen him, he really just like kind of sticks to one corner on defense and is not moving around nearly as much as he used to.
Smart
I think he could defend. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's not going to exert more energy than he has to. He's going to preserve.
Russ is barbecue chicken. Like, he hasn't defended in years. Like, I
don't know, man.
I was in high school.
Alex is bringing up barbecue chicken. Have you had dinner, bro?
I know. I'm so hungry. Every time you said that, I'm like, should I have gone and got some?
Play the Lakers. Don't worry. You'll
be full. You'll be as full as you can get. All right. What do you guys think is coming up next for the Heat here in free agency? Because they have, I think it's currently 13 roster spots filled, right? They have to get up to a minimum of 14. I know tax implications are a bit of a thing here or there. Anything that you think is coming up for them? We'll start with you, Ged.
You damn sure better find a way to keep Omer Yurtseven within the roster, because if you do all this stuff, you find the diamond in the rough. He produces like a superstar in the summer league. He's not going to be an NBA superstar, but he's currently a superstar right now. He's outplayed every player thus far. If you let that walk, you look so ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you let a little bit of talent walk out with Kendrick Nunn, you are going to let another piece of young talent on a cost-controlled contract walk out with Yurtseven. They got to sign him like tonight. They should have signed him yesterday at halftime, but I digress.
I love that parallel, comparing him to Kendrick. Obviously, Kendrick's been here longer, but it's like it wouldn't be a good look at all, especially with the, you know, the coverage he's gotten. Whereas I think you saw that article today from Barry Jackson where it was like, he's become the most popular like summer league player for teams to try to kind of take away from the Heat. And him and his agent apparently, are going to be loyal to the Heat for investing in him. But he's getting calls from everybody around the league, according to Barry Jackson.
He got calls during the game last night.
I don't know. That was just me. That was just me.
I was going to say me too. I called too. I'm like, can I pick him up?
Yeah, I was like, Garrett, you want to play? I got this league here in Orlando, bro. Listen, come help me out.
See him he's like being a plug and play guy in the rotation, not somebody you're going to rely on at all in the playoffs. But if he's a pick and pop big, he's going to drop him on defense.
Listen,
pretty easy.
I need to see how he does clapping on the bench, right? I need to see that fire and energy to really put him into that Myers role, right? So I need to see some of that. I mean, you just said his full name.
Don't know who that is.
You could have just said, I don't know who that guy is.
I mean,
really? You're going to nitpick my words now?
Everybody says Yurt7, and I like that pronunciation, but on the broadcast, they say Yurt7. So I guess that's the right way to pronounce it.
I mean,
it's probably not Yurt7 in Turkey, right?
I'm pretty sure it's Yurt7. I'm pretty sure it's Yurt7. But I think because here's one question I want to bring up, and I'll kind of mix a couple of topics that we had. So we were going to talk about Summer League. We're going to talk about what's coming up next. Do you guys think that the next acquisition for this team is going to be someone from Summer League or Udonis Haslem? I'll kind of put that into one bucket. Or there's one more person outside that you think the Heat are looking at possibly bringing in?
One vet. I would like it to be more, but for some reason, I think people had said that they're going to need to get to 14 roster spots.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they have to get one more person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what confuses me, because like people are talking about bringing Yurt7 on a standard contract, similar to what they did with Kendrick Nunn originally when they had him on that original deal there. I don't know. I think ideally for me, bring on two vets. I still think they could use the depth. And again, I'm not that sold on Markieff. Fine with the signing at the minimum. Bring on Millsap and Wes Matthews. Bring back UD. Get Yurt7 and Marcus Garrett on the two-way deals and wrap it up. Everybody else goes to the Skyforce.
Yurt7 takes a two-way deal now, though?
Hey, man.
That's the scenario where you lose him, right? Because some team is going to offer him a standard contract.
Right. Somebody can just offer him the standard. And that's not one that they can poach, right? You can poach a player from the G League like we did Kendrick Nunn, but you can't poach off of a two-way contract unless they're moving up to a standard contract.
You can't poach off an Exhibit 10 also. But that's like 6 guys or whatever, and they have their rights from Summer League up until through a G League season, and then they kind of just move their way up. But yeah, you can't poach off a two-way, and a two-way can play in games for us, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Allana, thoughts on Summer League veteran? Let's have you settle the debate, because it looks like Alex is kind of leaning a little bit more veteran. Gad, it seemed like you were leaning Summer League. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it looked like you were leaning more there.
Yeah, I want Wes Matthews, and I want Yurt7. Okay. And then UD can be that third spot, or you get another vet, but it depends on UD. You let him make that decision.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get UD like now. Like that should be our first move. Like, what are we doing? And then I like Matthews. I also still really want Kelly Oubre, but I don't know how realistic that is. I feel like from what we know of him, like he just needs the right environment to really thrive. Like I think the potential is there. It's just a matter of like the right coaching staff and the right guys around him. So that would be my pick. But I mean, I don't know. The guys are obviously looking really good in Summer League. I just feel like if we are on Jimmy's timeline and we're in this like win now mentality, then I kind of more lean that way.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's tough to kind of pick
for UD that doesn't count towards like.
Yeah, it's called assistant coach.
Honorary.
It's called assistant coach. Like
he doesn't want to coach.
I know he doesn't want to, but like that would just make it easier on everybody.
We need a third two-way, but it can only be used on a better and above 37.
Just give him Shane Battier's role. Fuck it.
Oh, that's true. That would actually make a lot of sense.
What, the director of analytics?
Listen, I'm cool with that. UD, what numbers do we have today? This guy's barking. I want him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, guys, he's weak in his left abdomen. So when you're trying to box out, make sure your elbow lands a little low. Just hit him a little low. Christian Carduce with a dono. Can I donate this to a UD GoFundMe?
Absolutely. We'll make sure it goes there.
Yeah, we'll make sure it goes straight there and nowhere else. Right? We will donate that money straight to the Heat. And I'm sure they'll look at it and say, well, we have to sign UD now. I want to get into some of the other things that we do on this podcast, right? Which I guess now is the live stream, but we like reading into Instagram posts, especially Allana. Like she lives on Instagram, so it is what it is. So the first Instagram post, I mean, it's not super wrong.
Michael wasn't following Jimmy Butler on Instagram.
Yes, I was.
Really? Because it's recorded that you weren't.
Go check. I'm following Jimmy Butler.
Now.
Shh. Okay, the first one we want to get to was PJ Tucker's Instagram.
Did this bother anyone else? I don't know why I'm so petty about this. I just come on, like at least mention being excited to come to the Heat.
He's not though.
I don't think it's about he has a good edit and he gets like Miami Heat shoes or something. But
also like still in shook. Like, come on, proofread a little. You know what I mean? Like bare minimum.
He won a championship and then he got lowballed by the team he helped win a championship. Like, I get it, honestly. I would be offended if I was PJ Tucker too.
Same.
Like, he was guarding Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'm not saying I wouldn't be offended, but I would somewhere at the end of that, just out of politeness, be like excited for the next chapter. Like, you know what I mean? Just put it in there.
But how much of a like add-on does that look like then, right? Like, here's this entire paragraph.
Obvious add-on.
No. It's like I'm pissed at Milwaukee. I'm pissed at Milwaukee. Yo, Miami, let's do this. What?
I think the Miami let's do this will come
right after PJ signed.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm fine with it. I am surprised. They just lowballed him and didn't even try to sign him for anything else?
They didn't give him I think it was the taxpayer mid-level was their offer. They didn't want to use the bird rights on him. They could have given him any number they wanted, but ownership didn't want to pay it. So
that's insane.
Small market teams, man.
That's insane. Like, you haven't won in 50 years. They already made obviously that this is a different scale, but let Brock didn't walk. Like, that guy obviously would have been, he would have been huge for them if instead of Eric Bledsoe for those couple of years, right? Like,
okay, wait, this might be a good point. So maybe this might calm me down. Do we think that's why?
Kyle said,
let's go.
Kyle did, but maybe I feel like Kyle waited until.
And also he did the letter saying goodbye to Toronto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Tucker, that post was like, it was PJ did that in the moment. I think he was just in his feelings. That was not long after the signing. I really do. Like, I think he was.
There is an edit button. Just add like
Miami. But that's part of what comes with the dogs that you're wanting. It's the feelings come through, and that's what they act on. You'll see that when like 12 players get ejected over the course of the first month.
But that's fine because then at that point they're already ours. You know what I mean? Like, they can do whatever.
Bobby Portis took a pay cut, and then they didn't even bring back like one of their people from the championship core.
Yeah,
let Bryn Forbes walk, who obviously got benched. It's a different thing, right? But like,
he's only useful against Miami, so
I'm so glad
it is what it is.
By the way, keep him out of the fucking East. We're gonna have to see him twice a year and play 15 minutes, and boom, the nightmare is over.
There was reports he wanted to take the minimum with Brooklyn, and then he got I think it was more money from the Spurs. So thank goodness.
Oh gosh, he would have murdered us.
Alex has never been happier.
We're never beating Brooklyn if they have Bryn Forbes.
I just realized the next Instagram thing that you wanted me to post, I forgot to copy it in. It was about it was about jacked up Chipotle man. If
Tyler's looking a little bit beefier. I don't know if any of y'all saw. I'm excited. Progress.
Got those 4 pounds.
You know what? You gotta start somewhere.
No, I agree.
Is that from a quote that I missed, the 4 pounds thing, or is that just a random number you threw out?
No, that's just a random.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. He gained 4 pounds. He said that the Tony Fiorentino camp.
Oh, okay.
But he might have put on more since then, to be fair.
Probably.
Well,
I
mean, it is what it is with him. I forgot to put the picture up on. I apologize. But here's the other one.
Can confirm that he looks beefier.
I mean, this was really like Kendrick's a class act. I liked this.
Yeah, Kendrick. People really, really hated on him. And if you hated his defense, I totally get it. His off-ball defense is horrible. But he did everything right in his Heat tenure. He worked hard. I don't think there was any off-court incidents or whatever. Just people bringing up his old tweets from being horny. And
I mean, nothing wrong with that, really. So,
yeah, he's a man feeling feelings. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Incidents here.
People, certain feeling on our network bringing that up. I don't know. Oh, wait, we got another dono. Oh, I almost missed because I was on the other thing. All right, so thank you.
Kendrick go, man. I really did it, and I wasn't a Kendrick guy, but for that price, I would have loved to have him back. Come on.
I think the Heat are fine moving a different direction. I'm honestly happy for Kendrick over there.
With the flexibility with the trades, knowing that they wanted to kind of get into some expanded trades and knowing that they wouldn't be able to deal him, and they'll be a little bit more limited. But I know I'm glad they brought back Depot, because I think if we would have lost both, that would have been pretty bad. But
Michael wouldn't be sitting here with us today.
They could use Kendrick
if they lost Depot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably still be crying over it, especially if it was to a team like the Bucks. I would have absolutely lost my mind. Kelvin, thank you for the $5. He says, you have vets. You're on the same contract you gave KZ. You can't teach height, and he is a skilled big man, two-way for Garrett as well. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah. To me, that makes the most sense as a
Kelvin knows ball.
Yeah, you get Yurt on a deal. You get Garrett on the two-way, because I think Garrett looks phenomenal. And then you bring in UD because you got to bring in UD.
I love the classic, you can't teach height. I haven't heard that in a while. I mean, it's
he's massive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, though, because as bad as it got with Hassan when Hassan first came in, and he was the biggest guy we'd had in a long time that could actually play, and he started showing it, that was really exciting for all of us. So if Yurt can do something good, man. Yeah. I remember watching him play, and all I thought was if he can just get a little bit together, he's got something nobody else does, which is the height and length. So if Yurt can be a little bit of that for us, I'm all in for it. We had some Twitter questions. Here's the first one. This is from @BigFactsOnGang. Who do y'all feel is the best
G-Unit fan? Like, that is such a throwback. I love it.
Big Facts on Gang. That is a hell of a handle, I have to say. That is top 10 right there.
G-Unit fan asked, who do y'all feel is the best player available to use the Bay on? Now, my Bay is still locked in with Depot, but I'll let you guys come up with other players.
But Depot got the minimum. What is...
Well, no, because he's my Bay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Michael loves a dad joke here and there.
So we're including all these people who like are expecting more money and are kind of like on a different class than these other older guys, or including all these guys who are still out there.
I think including all of them.
That's tough, man. Josh Hart, I think, will be my guy.
Hell yes.
Or one of the point guards. Like it'll be him or one of Reggie or Schroeder.
But I just don't see them taking that money.
Sorry.
What's going on with Josh Hart? Like, I haven't heard a peep about that.
I think he's still on Fortnite is the issue. I think that's what's going on.
Did they already, like, can they not afford him anymore? I don't
know. They have. I think they're waiting for his. He might end up playing on the qualifying offer, if I'm being completely honest, because I think it's like $10 million for him.
I hate this. No, Alex will love this though.
Yeah, I'm all in for it. I'm all in for bringing back.
You brought it up. You shouldn't have brought it up. I was in the chat talking about this today. Now listen, I understand if they don't go to it right away. You know, it makes a lot of sense. It seems like those bridges are a little bit. You know, there's still some crisps from those flames, right? Like, but if some of these other options go down, if Justice can play at the beginning of the season, who are they to say no? I don't know. Let's say they can't get Millsap, they can't get West. You know, some more practical options, you would say. You know, they can't get Jackson, they can't get Schroeder, they can't get Oubre, they can't get Josh Hart. Let's say all of those things are off the table. And by the way, I would take, you know me, I would take Justice there. But all of those guys off the table, it's not a bad idea. He can play multiple positions.
Yep.
They're going to need an extra ball handler until Depot comes back, specifically to be, you know, the bench point guard. I don't want Tyler doing everything off the bench by himself. He's gonna.
You're not worried about his injuries, though?
That's the thing. As long as he's good to play for the start of the season, I'm not 100% sure what's up with him right now with the injuries. I don't remember if he just got phased out of the rotation at the end and if there was a re-aggravated injury or not.
He was horrible for Memphis.
Oh, he was.
He was really like his true shooting percentage, I think, was over like a 2-week span, was like 34% or something.
It's because it's Memphis, right? Like he knows happening, right? He wanted to be in a sunnier location, bring him back down to Miami. Like that's the thing. He has to not.
He didn't have enough sunshine to perform. Is that
he has to not be happy to perform,
this, man?
Right? You bring him back. You tell him basketball's all you can think of. He gets sad. He starts playing better again. Justice Winslow is perfect. Listen, a lineup of Winslow, Depot, Tyler, Marquis for PJ, and then Yurtseven. GG's for the rest of the league.
Yurtseven, the best player.
Somebody said Stanley Johnson over Justice. I've had it. All right, you do not want Justice back on the team, but don't be disrespectful. Stanley Johnson, the Raptors don't want him back. Nobody wants him back. Like, what has Stanley Johnson done in the league? Justice has shown us something. Like, you can say that he wasn't consistent.
He knows how to step on masks. That was
great.
Valuable.
I was working on a 2K roster, and one of the only free agent names that I saw available still on the rosters was Stanley Johnson.
Because he always is.
And I was like, nope, he's terrible.
He stinks, bro.
He's awful.
Can I ask one question?
At least Justice is like a smart passer, a good defender. Stanley doesn't give you none of that. None of that.
Alex is big man. I love it.
Like, I've had it, bro.
Gad, what's your question?
I was wearing it.
Yeah, Michael, to answer your question, I'll say like Kelly Oubre, Josh Hart, Reggie Jackson, guys I'd be totally cool with. If they want the biannual, by all means, give it to them. But if you look at Justice worked as a point guard, there's really he's not an NBA caliber wing. Defensively, yes. Offensively, no. He's an absolute negative from that position. He's good with the ball in his hands, though. So with that being said, hypothetically, if you got Justice on the minimum, he's making the same contract as Gabe Vincent. Who would you rather have, Gabe Vincent or Justice Winslow?
Oh, Justice, 100%.
Namdi.
I'm taking Gabe.
No,
you'd rather have.
I was saying
Namdi. I was about to say Alex.
Olympic. I was going to say Olympic Gabe Vincent. You know, Namdi.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's a different beast. But no, I mean, come on, Justice at the minimum. Like,
yeah,
I get it. You have a limited amount of roster spots left, so it's a case, to make like if it's somebody that you're worried about their injury status, you're already going to give one to UD most likely. So that's a roster spot completely gone. And then you got Oladipo, who's not going to be gone. I mean, he's not going to be back till February, March, whenever it is. Like, I get it why you may not want to do that. But if the medicals are him okay, if he's ready to start the season, I don't think it's a bad idea. It's like we always talk about doing flyers for trash players. Like, why not do it for somebody who's shown you good stuff in the past? Like, all you need him to do is, play 15 minutes, 18 minutes off.
Guys, the offseason has fixed our problems. Here it is.
Shooting guard.
What's you can start telling all the locker room how some are going to play well certain months because of their astrological signs. And
for sure. I can get a great read on how everyone's going to be.
Listen, Depot's going to run your ass right out of that locker room after all the slander you've thrown his way. And Duncan, too.
A basketball player.
Allana's a basketball player.
No. That is false.
I don't think it's too false. We got time for one more segment because for those of you that don't know, Floor is Yours is coming up next here on the network. That is at 8 p.m. So definitely stay on to watch that. Alex, are you on that tonight? Full duty. Look at you. I honestly, I called this out earlier in the week so that Ethan would know, but he's still fantasizing about how they got PJ Tucker without giving up a first-round pick, right? He's very excited about that. So we're going to do some a quick little style corner segment. All right, because I need other people to back me up when some of these are terrible.
For that.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm not excited about PJ,
I know
and his outfits.
Oh, I'm so excited. The sneaker game alone.
We'll start with PJ. Let's start with PJ. This is the first one, and we'll start with Gad. Thoughts?
We need a rating like A, B, C, D, F.
A, B, C, D. I'll give this one a B.
Okay.
I think there's two different colors. Well, I know there's two different colors. I think the mask is definitely a nice touch. He's being safe, COVID friendly, responsible, and
you're not wrong.
His legs are skinnier than anticipated, but I guess he's showing them off. It's summer. So.
This picture was probably taken back in December.
No, these are all I pulled really recent photos.
Oh, okay.
I did that on purpose.
All right, Alex, grade.
So I'm gonna give it an A. I think it's a great fit. I love the blue and orange, how he matches it.
I'm so happy right now.
He can pull off the whatever that he's doing there with his feet. If it's the no-show socks, if it's no socks, like it works there. I think his feet look. I agree. Not his feet, his legs look thinner than expected, like Gad said. But I'm gonna disagree wholeheartedly with the mask thing. Like, obviously, it's great he's wearing a mask, but come on, like wear one that goes along with the fit. Like it's so everything else you got there is so coordinated. The fit is fire. I love the jacket. The chain.
That's why it's a B.
Is that the Yu-Gi-Oh chain?
No shot. That's the Yu-Gi-Oh chain. Okay, hold on. If he's wearing the Yu-Gi-Oh pyramid, this goes S tier for me.
Come
right?
on,
like this isn't.
That shit is hard.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what S tier is?
Oh my god.
No, I don't know what chain you're talking about.
Oh, okay, but you know what S tier is?
Oh,
I think so.
Okay, because you have S, A, B, C, D, E, F. Right. So S would be the best one. It's like a
Sure.
gaming thing.
I mean, I
You
got
don't
that
get
from
it.
context.
You don't
Thank
get it.
you.
It's fine. All right, let's go to another.
Michael,
Now,
what's
that
your,
was,
wait. What is your grade, Michael?
I mean, it's
Michael
basic.
hates PJ Tucker's
No,
style.
it's basic.
Always.
It's gonna be a B. The last time I saw his picture up
You
here
don't
for
have a
Style
problem with the
Corner, he had
bag
a
because
mesh
you had a
nipple
problem with
shirt. Like I'm not.
Cruz's bag.
that's
No,
fair, that's
because
fair.
this is fine. Because this matches the shoes.
Okay.
So I'm chill with it. So like that's fine. Let's go to Markeith.
Is that a photo of himself?
I sure hope so.
That is a photo of himself with a chin. That is something else.
This
man.
is an A+++.
This is
me.
big.
It's called S tier, Alana. Call it
This
S.
is
No,
big
no.
champ cheese energy, bro. This is
Yeah.
big champ cheese energy. This funny. I don't love the. I mean, the fit's fine. It's like very basic. It's like B-, but
Yeah, but the
the
shirt.
The shirt,
turns
yeah,
into
the
a
shirt
B+.
bumps it. Yeah,
He
the
looks
shirt.
like a 2K player that you spent a lot of VC on getting the shirt customized, and that's all it is.
It's like
damn
up
it,
your
was it worth
3-point
it?
shooting or buy the shirt every single time.
By the end of
All right,
it,
let's go
was
to
it worth it?
latest Heat big acquisition, Kyle Lowry. This one
This
for
is
me is an
classy
A.
AF.
Yeah, this is a
No,
solid
no.
A for me. Oh,
Alex
Alex,
is
not on
impressed.
board.
That-
It's like, get rid of this.
do the shoes match the bomber?
Yeah, I think they're brown. There's earth
They're
tones
brown, but then
happening.
I think they also have black on them.
But his pants are black, right? I think.
Yeah, it's the brown and black that I think a lot of people get thrown off by.
Oh no, I like that.
I
Break the rules.
don't like
you
the
know?
shoes.
Okay.
I like what we're working with here. I'm a little confused. I don't know if the socks are matching or if that's the pants.
Also, I need to shout out this because yes.
No,
man, this thing's gonna
carrying
sell
the
me something
game
I regret.
shoes. Come on, this is
Yeah,
basic.
that's huge. You gotta
Boo.
be really selective
All right,
about that.
Lastly, let's go with the $90 million man who bought
I hate
tacos.
all of this.
Who bought
Literally top to
tacos
bottom.
after he got
This
his
is
on it.
Oh
You
my
know
gosh.
what? This to me is S plus. You know
Do
why?
you know how hard it was for me
No.
to find a picture that
Hold
I
on.
could feel
Hold on.
comfortable using?
No.
He's an awful,
You look
This
awful
is-
like Mark
dresser.
Zuckerberg.
No, hey, hold on.
Yeah.
This is S plus because this is exactly what I want to be wearing all day while I'm working at home. All right, this looks
So
comfy
you
as
have
hell.
no
and
style,
I'm
is
for
what
it.
you're telling me.
When I'm at home and nobody else is seeing me,
He's not
100%.
at home. Do you see him being
Who
at home?
cares? Wasn't this in the bubble?
This
This
is
looks like the
awful.
bubble. Nah, this is fine. This is all. I'm pretty sure this is a bubble picture too.
It says
Who
2019. Oh no, it says 2020, 2021 in the background. I just zoomed in.
Does it say 20 or 21 or
Oh,
does
yeah.
it say 1920? That says 1920, bro.
I see 21.
No, 2021.
No, that says
Alana
1920
said she
though.
pulled recent pictures.
Yeah.
Alana doesn't know how to
Although-
use the internet.
No, hold on. I couldn't find any on his Instagram, so I had to Google image him. He doesn't care about anything apparently on his Instagram, so it was a little bit hard.
And he's constantly.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, can we put that one back up one more time?
The comment or the picture?
The picture.
I think it's great.
I like the shoes actually. I'm
I
rocking
like
with
the shoes. Put
Yeah, I
on
don't
box
mind
top.
that.
But no, this is too much like high level executive or employee at a tech startup in San Francisco.
Mhm.
Like he's probably on his way to get some coffee with 10 pumps of God knows what. I don't know.
He's meeting up with stockbroker Kyle Lowry.
All right, you know what? I think we're having way too much fun, and I'm getting text that Alex, you are needed elsewhere. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream. This was
I'm
a
not
ton
needed.
of fun. Gad, thank you for being here. Alex, thank you for being here. And I'm gonna go total YouTube on this. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Mhm.
If we get, I'm being dead serious about this. If we get at least 100 likes on this video, Alana and I will come back and do a stream in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then if we get 100 likes
Or
on
on
that
my
one,
birthday, which would be fun.
okay, yeah. If we get 100 likes on the video, we'll go do a stream for Alana's birthday, in which case you guys got to show out because it's her birthday. And, you know, super chat money always helps. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget, we have Floor is Yours coming up next. Alex will be on there. You guys have a good night. Allana, any closing words?
Good night, y'all.
Good enough.